Hi everybody, look at this! This is my groundbreaking wind turbine. Now we started talking about this in video 1878 when we talked about the general plan, how we were going to use a Darwin structure to capture wind and then put it onto a turbine to turn that into power. And we did some modelling. Actually it was Trey who did the modelling for us in 1880, remember, and that gave us some ideas about how to further refine that design, and this is what we've come up with. So we've got this hyperbolic stroke parabolic cone here, we've got these little wingtips here, the 8410 NACA profiles. So we've done quite a bit of work on it and it's working absolutely beautifully. You might notice it's not very high. And that's because as the wind comes down, it actually flows over here. It must be some kind of Coanda effect flowing over that surface, and the air jets out here of these wingtips, and it doesn't come much further than about there. When we put the airflow on it, there's no air escaping. It all comes straight down and comes out there. So it's got to be pretty efficient, I would have thought. It is best on the Waters turbine. If you remember, Mike Waters did a turbine. His cone was below the level. We've extended that, courtesy of the work that Trey did, to split that airstream and divert it so it only comes through this section here, so that these wingtips don't need to be very high. There's no point in having them that high. Most of it's just a waste, so we've taken those wingtips down. We talked about maglev, and we did magnetic bearings, if you remember. This one's on a thrust bearing. It's only actually 4 parts, and those parts are available on Tinkercad, and I'll put that link in the description below. It's built this size so that anybody with a printer, a small printer, 200 by 200, can print it, because it's a 174 by 174. So anybody who's got a small printer can print this. Now, if you don't have a printer and you still want to give it a go, don't forget that in video 1490, we talked about how to make these cone shapes, and I made a few of these cone shapes by hand. So the information on how to make this both by hand and by 3D printing and the full development is right there on this channel. So we've done this as an open source project. This is so everybody can benefit from it. Now, some people say, oh, if you do it open source, it'll get stolen. It can't get stolen because it's open source. You can't then patent it. So it's completely free, completely open source. All the information is there, and I'm super pleased with how it goes. Now, watch this. This is very cool. That's about a volt by blowing on it. How else are you going to get a turbine that can do that? Of course, I'm a little obsessed with low wind turbine because of average wind speeds in the UK, but that will turn and continue to turn just by breathing on the thing. So beautiful. I'm really pleased with it. What we're going to do now is direct an airstream on it, and I want you to watch this meter reading. You can really feel there's no air coming apart from the bottom.
6 volts? 7 volts? Whoa! 8.1 volts!
That is just awesome. Okay, I thought that was super cool, and it's only in 4 parts. So we've got the main rotor bit, which is based, as I say, on the Waters turbine. So that's the main rotor bit. Then we've got the actual rotor, which is that section there. Then we've got this capping section of the generator. I can get that off. There we go. And there's our serpentine coil generator. So it breaks down into those 4 parts. Those 4 parts are easy to make by themselves, or I put the prints freely available. All goes back together rather neatly. There we go. There is our groundbreaking generator. So that's, as far as I'm concerned, pretty much finished. What we need to do now is build the Darwin structure, and for that what we're going to have is like a Venturi and then the Darwin structure itself. So that's done. I hope you like it. I hope you give it a go and let me know how you do with it, but I think that has indeed great potential. So thank you very much for being part of the project, everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and please do remember to like and subscribe.